The Dark Knight universe, Christopher Nolan's Dark Knight trilogy, might be grounded in realism, but Gotham City is one of the most dangerous urban jungles ever put to film. Corruption riddles every layer of government and law enforcement. Organized crime, masked terrorists, and psychopathic villains like the Joker aren't just threats, they're forces of nature. The Joker, in particular, isn't driven by money or power. He wants to break society itself, and he almost does it with a few explosives and psychological games. Even when Batman is around, the citizens of Gotham suffer from bombings, public executions, and citywide chaos. Bane turns the city into a war zone for months, trapping millions under martial law. If you're a civilian, hope doesn't come from the system. It comes from a man dressed as a bat. 2. Mad God. Phil Tippett's Mad God is pure visual dystopian hell. This isn't just a terrifying place to live. It's a place that eats souls. The entire world is a crumbling, industrialized nightmare where language, logic, and morality have broken down. Grotesque creatures are born, enslaved, tortured, and discarded with no sense of value or purpose. The laws of nature don't apply. Death isn't the end. It's part of an eternal loop of disintegration and rebirth, where sentience is meaningless and suffering is mechanized. Even the gods are insane. This is not just the worst fictional universe. It's an artistic expression of total entropy, where existing is punishment. Living here means being caught in a world that has forgotten what it means to be. Number 3. Prehistoric Times, not fictional. Prehistoric Earth was brutal, unforgiving, and slow-moving chaos. Early humans lived with no medicine, no shelter from natural disasters, and constant threats from animals like saber-toothed cats, giant snakes, and packs of wolves. One wrong step could mean infection, starvation, or being trampled by a mammoth. You hunted with rocks and sticks while being hunted yourself. Every day was a fight for warmth, water, and food. There were no safety nets. If you got hurt, you died. Nature didn't care if you were strong, kind, or intelligent. It was cold, brutal, and indifferent. The only upside? You didn't live long enough to suffer for too many decades. 4. Predator Universe. In the Predator universe, the biggest threat isn't war, disease, or politics. It's extraterrestrial big game hunters with cloaking tech, plasma weapons, and a code of honor that doesn't include you. You won't even know you're being hunted until it's too late. The Yautja predators consider humans sport, and they choose the strongest and smartest prey. So if you live in a war zone, jungle, or anywhere high stakes, you're a potential target. Worse yet, governments know about them, but you're not going to be saved. You're going to be studied or used as bait. These creatures are virtually invisible, can survive nukes, and have the kind of tech that makes humanity look like ants. Living in this universe means you're prey, and you're not even top tier. Number 5. Dragon's Dogma. The world of Dragon's Dogma is a medieval fantasy nightmare full of monsters, fate, and existential horror. You play as an Arisen, someone whose heart has been stolen by a dragon, and who is fated to battle that dragon in a war that loops through eternal cycles of death and rebirth. Monsters roam freely: chimeras, cyclopes, hydras, and worse. Entire villages can be wiped out in a night, and roads are dangerous no matter how powerful you are. The real horror, though, is cosmic and philosophical. Everything is part of a repeating cycle, and even if you slay the dragon, you inherit the burden of overseeing the world's destruction and rebirth. Your choices barely matter. Freedom is an illusion, and so is peace. 6. Final Fantasy Feed. Final Fantasy Feed presents a world of magic, brotherhood, and beauty, but beneath it lies a planet slowly falling into ruin. The Star Scourge, a creeping corruption of eternal night, mutates humans into monsters and brings about the end of civilization. The gods have forsaken humanity, and your only hope is a chosen king who must sacrifice everything to bring back the light. Kingdoms are shattered, armies fall, and people live in a world growing darker by the day. Even the good guys are powerless to stop the inevitable. It's a world on a cosmic timer, and the only thing that delays the end is suffering, war, and divine manipulation. You're either on the run from daemons at night, grieving lost loved ones, or praying that the prophecy is true. 7. Ben 10. The Ben 10 universe might seem fun: cool aliens, world-saving missions, wild tech. But for the average person, it's a nightmare of alien invasions, time paradoxes, and reality-threatening events. Earth is constantly targeted by alien warlords, intergalactic tyrants like Vilgax, dimension-hopping anomalies, and rogue time travelers. Even if you're lucky enough not to get vaporized during an attack, there's still collateral damage, public panic, and the fact that literal gods and planet-destroying weapons exist within reach of teenagers. And Ben, though heroic, is still a kid, meaning the fate of the world often rests in the hands of someone prone to recklessness. Earth in the Ben 10 universe is like a glowing beacon to every hostile alien in the galaxy, and you're just a bystander. Number 8. Spider-Man universe. The Spider-Man universe, especially in places like New York City, is a constant war zone of supervillain chaos. You could be minding your business on the subway when the Lizard tears through the station, or on a rooftop when Green Goblin launches a pumpkin bomb. While Spider-Man saves lives, he's also a magnet for danger, and collateral damage is high. Bank robberies, hostage situations, alien symbiotes, and clone conspiracies are all daily risks. And don't forget, Jonah Jameson's relentless propaganda has half the city blaming Spider-Man for the very things he prevents. Even the police are inconsistent. You're just trying to get to work, but there's always a chance you'll get webbed to a wall or caught in a collapsing building. Great power comes with zero safety for the average citizen.